This is Server's going to come in and see his composition. There's the Zealot drop from the Warp Prism coming in, and he is going to pick off a few SCVs. Grubby is now got a SCV advantage of worker advantage of 4, but Demuslim army does come in and clear that up. But now that Warp Prism is always going to be a threat, but the Vikings are actually going to be able to take this down. I think Warp Prisms really don't have that much health. And is it going to go down? Yeah, it is. So a little bit of a win there for Demuslim. I really didn't think that drop was worth it for Grubby. I think he lost more units than he really gained by doing that. But I always like to see Warp Prism play. It's something Protoss definitely don't do enough. They sort of get their Robo Bay out, and then their facility is used purely for pumping Colossi out. Really, and the Warp Prisms don't really get much of a chance. So yeah, just sitting back this game now. Demuslim has broken down those rocks and taking his third. He's putting up another couple of barracks, keeping up in his macro, and now he's getting an extra expansion. You should always remember to build these extra production facilities as a Terran. It's something I always forget to do because I'm a massive noob. But this is turning to a little bit of death. Well, 3 Colossi is when it starts to get a little bit scary as a Terran player. 4 or 5 is when it becomes pant-wettingly scary. But you just have to keep up with your Viking production, and Demuslim has switched to an extra starport, both reactors, so he's able to pump out medevacs and Vikings. That is going to hurt his bio army. He will have a much smaller bio army by producing out of that 2 reactor starports. But I think he's going to feel comfortable with that, really. I think he knows that the Colossi are going to be the main threat. We do see Grubby breaking down his rocks, but his third is going to be much slower than Demuslim's. He's already got his third auto commander. We look at the income tab, he is ahead by about 400 minerals per minute and an extra 100 gas. So he is certainly in the ascendancy at the moment, Demuslim, and he does have some upgrades. No, he doesn't have any upgrades on the way. He's only just now building his engineering base, so I would like to see that a little bit earlier. This has been proved time and over again in TVP that the upgrades really matter, and it's whoever starts getting on them first tends to be in the ascendancy. Because Protoss can chrono boost them out, Terrans really have to sort of start them early, in my opinion. But it's just something I've observed from watching a lot of TVPs and playing a lot of TVPs as well. So yeah, we do see Grubby continuing to pump out his Colossi, and he's started his ground armor as well. So Muslim going for +1 attack, Grubby going for +1 armor. It's going to be pretty even. Steven cancel each other out. Charge is on the way from the Twilight Council for Grubby, and so Muslim's now just sort of posturing outside Grubby's natural, just sort of threatening that any time he could push and keeping Grubby locked in. But Grubby has actually using the Observer to warp in Zealots onto the high ground into Muslim's third, and this could be a little bit dangerous to Muslim. His army is going to have to come all the way back. I don't necessarily agree he should bring it all back. I think he could easily just fend it off with these Marauders, so I think that's a bit of an overreaction from Demu, unfortunately. But these Zealots have only really denied mining. They haven't done much else. But at the same time though, it has allowed, because Demu brought his army back, it's allowed Grubby to push out and get a bit of map control, gain some position, and to feel that he can take his third. So though Grubby is definitely behind, he's behind by about 30 supply, and he's sort of behind on income. Well, actually, income's very even now. It has allowed Grubby to sort of gain this position. Demuslim has cleared out his rocks here, and Grubby looks like he wants to go on a bit of the offensive. I'm not sure that's going to be a good idea. There are a huge number of Vikings out. What's that? 11 Vikings. That's plenty enough to deal with this army here from Grubby. We do see a Ghost Academy has gone down for Demuslim. He is researching Mobius Reactor, and Grubby is going to try and take down these back rocks. But if he gets sandwiched in this little choke here, that could be really bad for him. I think we're going to have to see some mega force fields from Grubby to be able to hold this off. That's a bit of a weird one. I'm not too sure about that one. Those are much better force fields. Not trying to split. Maybe he was trying to split and just mistimed it. But he is going to be able to hold them off. And I think Grubby might get pent into this main here over in the right clock position. We do see a Dark Shrine going down for Grubby though, just as his third is finishing. And he is getting sort of penning himself in like a sheep into this main up here. But he's going to have a pylon over here, and he could warp in DTs, and if Demuslim doesn't have enough scans, I mean, he's got 3 orbital commands, he should have enough energy, but that could really cause some problems to Demuslim. He is ahead by 30 supply, and is at 1-0 to 0-1, so it's pretty even. He is getting up another engineering bay to catch up on those upgrades, as well as an armory, so he can get the +2 pursuit. Ghost on the way, Mobius Reactor is done, so we will be seeing some EMPs before too long, I feel, and 3 Dark Templar are warping in. Where are they? Are there any here? I don't think so. They're going to be going into EGDemuslim's natural, so that could be really critical. EGDemuslim has pushed up though. It's going to be really close. I think the Vikings absolutely decimated the glass eye, but these Bio are trapped behind these fantastic force fields. More force fields going down, and now there are DTs out, and I don't know if EGDemuslim is going to be able to spot them. He's being distracted at the moment by the DTs back at his natural as well. One DT here who's got 7-8 kills. This is Nurit turning out really bad for EGDemuslim. He had a perfect engagement, and now these DTs are wrapping through his army. He's not scanning. He doesn't have a Raven. He doesn't have any detection. EGDemuslim's army is evaporating due to these DTs, and he, in a position where he was going to smash Grubby after all his Colossi went down. Sorry, I've got a cold. He is now. Oh, look at the saturation. He is down 68 to 36 harvesters. Those DTs in his main and natural did really horrible damage. And I think, fortunes have reversed. Grubby is now feeling pretty confident. He's got high Templar tech on the way. The Templar Arcos has gone down. Blink and +2 armor. EGDemuslim is still on 1-0 with 1 armor. It's nearly on its way and done. But those DTs absolutely saved it for Grubby. He once those force fields were going to run out, he was pretty much screwed because his Colossi had all gone, and Bio sort of on even ground tends to beat Gateway armies pretty handily. So EGDemuslim there, ooh, that was a bit unlucky. I don't know whether when he was here fighting he was actually back here macroing. I think he was being distracted by these in his win line, trying to sort out these. There were missile turrets going up during that fight, so he obviously had gone back home to macro and build things. And I think then when he came back here, it was too late. Half his army was gone. So yeah, well, nice tech change from Grubby to put in DTs. Just DTs, sort of in the late game, send them in. No one's expecting them. But it's a really clever tech switch to get up before your supply gets maxed. We do see 3 barracks going up there for EGDemuslim. I like that as an extra wall off. Now that Grubby has taken down his back rocks on his 3rd, but Grubby now taking a 4th. Yeah, he's feeling pretty comfortable now after that big win in that engagement. And Storm is on its Storm's completed, and he's got higher Templar with energy. So EGDemuslim's going to have to pull off some money EMPs, but I'm pretty sure he's only got 2 ghosts. He's burning 2 more ghosts, and they will have the energy for EMPs. So it's all about, does he get those EMPs off? Another DT coming in. It's just going to use up scans, so EGDemuslim's not able to catch up as much economically. That's a great play from Grubby. He can afford, with his 4th base going up, to send in those DTs, those expensive units, and just use up scans from EGDemuslim, because that's the way that EGDemuslim is going to be able to catch up economically with those 3 orbital commands. And at 75 to 48 harvesters, he's always going to be behind. And if Grubby can keep on making him use those scans instead of mules, then that's pretty bad. And EGDemuslim is basically down to two mining bases. Grubby's made his actually mined out as well, but he is taking the gold and his 4th at this mains natural, and so he is pretty happy. But I do like that just casual DT. Another one waiting here, but he's going to be stopped by the wall off, though we could easily break through that and distract EGDemuslim's army. So it looks like EGDemuslim is going to feel confident enough to be able to push out again. I think he does need to make some moves before Grubby just gets too many bases. Oh, huge storm going down on the Vikings. That was massive. Lots of them in the yellow, and another storm, and another. EGDemuslim's Vikings are just eating storms for breakfast right now. And I don't think it's a very nutritious way to start the morning. But he did lose some high Templar there, Grubby, but he's going to be able to afford to warp them in. He is now abusing warp gates. He's building 6 gateways, and he's going to be able to start remaxing very quickly with his economic advantage. He is maxed against Muslims 181. Those Vikings are so weakened by those storms. Huge EMP going down on the Stalkers, so really that was a great EMP, but there are DTs here again, and EGDemuslim's army is in an awful position. It's going to get sandwiched and flanked and stormed, and this is not looking good for EGDemuslim at all. Lots and lots of storms going down. That is painful to watch as a Protoss player. There's the GG from EGDemuslim. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Wow, it all came down to those DTs here. This switched the game around completely, and in his main and natural, eating those SUVs. And then this final engagement just didn't work out well enough for D-Moon. Nice split here from Grubby, sort of feinting a retreat, and then he came bound to sandwich him in a great concave. That's That's the sign of a real, true RTS gamer like Grubby is, with his Warcraft 3 background. But Game 1 is over, and we'll move on to Game 2 very shortly. I just want to say, please comment on my videos, guys. I do try and reply to everyone who comments. And thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you're enjoying these videos and the ESL Daily Motion Cup, as I have been. It's been great casting it so far. As I know there have been some problems with the live stream, / people not particularly liking the casters. But hey, I've been enjoying casting these games. Also, just thought I'd give a shout out to another StarCraft caster. He's known as Commissar StarCraft. You can find him in my other channels. He's an Australian caster, casts a good variety of games, and he's up and coming, so definitely give him a look. After that, thank you very much, and Game 2 on its way.